I'd have to be Dio's level of morally bankrupt in order to actually agree with any of this.
Explain why Griffith did nothing wrong.
Oh my god. I was actually thinking he turns all sharks into vampires.
Yep, that is exactly why Nasuth should raise your son.
I hate to say this, but I'm not a woman.
Oh.
This is where he goes, Nick. I'm surprisingly a good guy in the end.
Welcome one and all to the show where the moral conundrums are all made up and the points don't matter. It's Notice Me Senpai. Today's Senpai, as he always has to be for his crimes, is Xeno, and ranged to quip and query him are today's panel of Kohais, featuring the dark and the subtle force of Nick from 2-Star Players, and chaotic cryptid scarf Nasuth. Who am I hear you thinking, with my anime-inspired cheat skill? That's not important right now. It's time to get on with the show. Hey, Xeno.
Yeah.
Come on! You sound so unenthused. You should be excited. This is your time to have fun and play.
What was the topic?
Moral conundrums.
Ah, fuck. As long as Nick doesn't fucking ask me another Madeline McCann question, I think we're fine.
Oh no, it's much worse.
I've got some good stuff in store for you.
Okay, go on.
Let's start off. Question 1. The setting is a fantasy adventure. You are a high-ranking adventurer of only 17 years old who just took down a wyvern solo, but your fight seems to disturb an ancient dragon. The dragon takes out his anger by burning down a nearby village, which you were unable to save. In the wreckage, however, you managed to rescue 3 baby girls. There's nothing else to do. In this town, there's nobody else left to take them, and you feel that you're to blame, that their family has been burned to ashes. What do you do?
I don't know what you're referencing. I want to answer the question first, and then I want you to tell me what you're referencing. But I want to train them to become mighty warriors. Warriors to get revenge on dragons, and they go around hunting all dragon kind. And then murderizing the dragons all cool like, and not really bad and hammy like in Ragnar Crimson. And that was so bad. It's just where did the M16s come from, man? Where did the M16s come from?
The past.
That's not a real thing, Nasuth. The past doesn't exist.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Can you show me a handful of past? No, I don't think so.
Exactly. I would like to take one slice of past, please. Hold the future.
All right, you want to know what that was in reference to?
Yeah.
It's a manga called, and it is a manga. It's called My Daughters, S-Rank Adventurers, Have a Severe Obsession with Their Father.
Aha.
It is a comedy adventure with fantasy, magic, and harem.
Okay. Now just make sure you put all the assets required on the screen. I'm asking this for a friend.
Oh,
you know?
God.
This sounds like peak trash.
Anyway, moving on.
Xeno, let's start out with a classic trolley problem. A train is careening down a track that's about to fork, and you're holding the lever. On the one side, you have every isekai ever made and one small innocent child. On the other side, you have nothing. The track is all clear. What is your choice?
I mean, I'm sorry, but screw the children. But like, no, not literally. But no, I think I have to pull the lever to save. I know. I'm going to be saving. Unfortunately, Sword Art Online, but I need to save Ashoka Tensei and Konosuba. Like, I cannot deprive the world, and No Game No Life. I cannot deprive the world of those 3.
But you would deprive the world of that time I became a vending machine.
Yeah, no, I've got to save all isekai, because, like, I mean, I'd also be saving fucking Isekai Cheat Magician and The Cautious Hero, something really boring fucking anime. I can't remember the title.
You can't know just how good it is unless you have the bad to balance it out.
Yeah, you gotta. You can't not save Konosuba and Mushoku Tensei. Wow, am I really not triggering any taboos? Wow.
It's funny, but I think you did. Because I'm fairly
he
sure
did!
you mentioned Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
I did.
He
I did.
did.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is in fact my taboo. So,
Womp womp.
I guess objection. You can't bring that up.
Objection. I'd rather keep Sword Art Online in order to keep Mushoku Tensei and the other stuff I said.
All right. See no morals left in this husk. You've just defeated your best friend who is also a vampire, and now you're on your way to the new world with your wife and infant son to start a new life. But surprise, he's not actually dead. Now, you're faced with 3 options. You can flee with your family on a lifeboat, but if you do, you'll carry the knowledge that you allowed this monster to escape. Or you could sacrifice yourself to stop him, but you'll inexorably doom all your descendants to taking up the fight against evil in your place. Or you could join him and rule the world. What do you do?
I just want to be like, give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. I'm pretty sure like he would stop being so angry if I did. But
Or he could get more angry.
you know, I'm just want to throw his head overboard.
Oh God! Could you imagine how stupid the next series would be with a Dio-headed fish?
Oh my god.
I was actually thinking he turns all sharks into vampires, right? And effectively, like, you know, sharks that would get too close to the surface would just burst into flames. So all of a sudden, like, there were these explosions underwater. But it also means that, you know, daytime swimming, perfectly safe because the sharks can't get close enough. So,
knowing Dio, he latched onto an octopus, and then he has tentacles for the next season.
oh no.
What if he latches
Okay.
to a manatee?
So, oh my God. Someone mistakes him for a mermaid.
With his bountiful long blonde locks. So, that's one ugly mermaid.
That's get the clip from Disenchantment and put Dio's head on the.
Ladies, the legends do not do you justice.
What would I do? So options: join him, run away, or take him
Sacrifice
down
yourself.
with me.
Doom your family. Doom your family.
A part of me is just like, nah, fuck it. What's he gonna do? He's
Do
on a
not
flaming
fuck
ship.
the head.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ditch his head and just leave it on the ship, and then I'm just gonna live with my family happily ever after.
Fuck the world as long as you've got your family. Got it.
Yep.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Right. Second question. The setting is an action-packed world full of martial artists, mad scientists, aliens, androids. You are tasked with saving the world by training with powerful beings and attaining your next transformation. Who is going to look after your son?
I don't know why, but I just have the is it early 90s Godzilla cartoons like Godzilla and it's like, and Godzuki. I was just like, what the fuck?
God. Oh.
It's just stuck in my head. Okay.
Why?
Okay. Who is going to raise my kid?
Because
I don't-
notably, your wife is a sadist.
Well, I part of me is like, I don't see how this is my problem because I'm just gonna kill myself anyway, like trying to do a special attack.
That is a valid point.
I mean, it's not like I thought through any of this at all. So I think realistically, I would want my arch nemesis to train my kid to be the best that they could be. Because let's face it, my arch nemesis is constantly like, the rivalry's there. It's hot, it's heated. So like they're going to train and everything, and they're going to try and outdo me as like the worst father in existence. So, because I'm dead and all that shit. So Nasuth, fancy the job?
You know what? I wasn't paying attention because I'm trying to find Onsen Shark. It's out and I want to see it.
Yep, that is exactly why Nasuth should raise your son.
Yep, seems legitimate.
Xeno, your stand ability is to turn you into an attractive person. This means you also become morally grey, and everyone thinks you're cool no matter what sort of atrocities you commit. How do you use this power?
Oh no, don't
Do.
say that.
Do.
No. Okay. I really want to.
Do it. Do it, coward.
Tell it to Andrew Tate.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of like who is like a hot abusive character in anime.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes. Oh, nobody hotter.
No, surely it's Seto Kaiba, right? It's I'm looking for a guy in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eye. Yeah, sorry.
I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes.
That meme's been living in my head for far too long.
Xeno G, what a choice. Why is it okay for Kobayashi to have a live-in servant who she doesn't pay? Can you really consent to being a slave like that?
Whoa! Oh my god! Okay, so what you don't understand is that Toru is paid in exposure. No,
Head pats.
no, that's Kana. But she's got all the internet time that she could ever possibly want. There you go.
Ah, I see. And she uses that internet time to look up new ways to cook her tail.
Yeah, she gets to run a maid cafe empire, move over McDonald's. Toru Cafe is here to stay. And we can also have, exotic like drugs from faraway lands that turn people into cat girls. That's it. Sold. Pharmaceuticals. Done. Right, I'm going to try and blitz through this as quick as possible so we can finish the show. Right, all money goes to the editors. If there's any extra money, then that will be spent on other video ventures, which ultimately goes to the editors. Currently, the funds just fall shy of paying for 2 episodes a month, which means the rest comes out of my pocket. Just $1 a month makes the difference, right? If, of course, you opt to choose the $15 a month, then you will become a mad lad / lass and will also be invited to join these episodes per month. Or if you decide not to, it's fine. And if that's not enough of an incentive, you get more questions that are exclusive to you in the actual main episode. And more often than not, they're not safe for YouTube, so monetization is forcibly turned off. Here is a snippet from this week's episode. All I can think of is the animated Star Trek, the original series, with the music between the duel of Kirk and Spock is like, da, 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 da. And then just by continuously winning it every single time, I've earned my reward. Clearly.
This is how you pick up chicks in real life as well.
Yep. I'm so glad this is in the Patreon section, and no one's gonna hear it. So, if you're incentivized, please go into the description where you'll find a link, or manually go to patreon.com/xenogalleon to support. Now on with the show.
Question 3 then. The setting is a little in the future, where land is being reclaimed offshore to build schools. Superpowered people are forming gangs or secret police, and your public security is being upheld by blue uniformed people with swords. You face a situation where a person you think is your friend is actually a complete stranger who fell through the roof and his magical cat girl has manipulated your mind to believe you know him.
I fucking hate you.
How do you deal with a tall, dark, and handsome bounty hunter with a sword
I fucking hate you.
who has come to kill your friend because they've been falsely accused of murder? How do you deal with them?
By lying profusely and just saying how I can't be in two places. By saying like it would take me more than 45 minutes to travel between 2 points. No, I fucking hate you and you're fucking...
I almost had you for a moment.
I was thinking, like, what are you talking about? Reclaimed land, schools, and then you got to the blue uniforms and I realized what the fuck you were talking about. And I wanted to shoot
You got
myself.
it from the blue uniforms. Nice.
At least we're making progress, though. He didn't say it was a plot hole anymore.
It's a steaming pile of garbage that they spent. Yeah, I kind of realized the reason why I hated it more was because it's not
just bad writing. It's not a plot hole. It's just bad writing.
It's really bad writing because it's just like they spent how many episodes on that, and it turned out I was like, oh yeah, you know the thing that we spent God knows how long on. It turned out to be true. How would I convince him? By taking him to this special, wonderful pharmaceutical company where they give you drugs to turn girls into cat girls. And I'll actually put him onto the serious conundrum about vampire heads on ships, and you know that's something that duly needs their attention. Not me, not some falsely accused murderer who apparently fell from a fucking blimp and survived somehow.
Would you be happier if you were driving a trolley instead of riding a blimp?
Okay. Here's the ultimate conundrum: is remove the little girl at the end of like all the isekais and put Project K there. Right? That's the ultimate conundrum, right? Do I get rid of all isekais to get rid of Project K, right? Or do I spare them all? That's the ultimate conundrum.
Which anime would be the most improved if the characters in it just stopped questioning the morality of their actions?
I have one. I have one very quickly. But it would turn the entire season, show into 5 minutes. I kind of think this might actually be a taboo. But I'm kind of interested to know if it would be a taboo. So I'm going to go with My Hero Academia.
Boom! Gotcha! Heat-seeking missile.
That is indeed an objection on the field.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm 100% My Hero Academia, and it would dramatically decrease the length of the episodes. But also, Deku wouldn't be crying as much. So I kind of see that as a win.
I think My Hero Academia, but morality goes out the window. That's just The Boys.
In some cases, yes. In other cases, it's no, it is just The Boys.
It's The Boys, but you can't do Hero-gasm because everyone's underage.
Oh no.
Anyway, Sanoki, lie to me more. If you were an overpowered MC capable of stopping any problem, potentially even before it starts, how would you justify sitting back as a secondary character until just the right dramatic moment to reveal yourself? What possible reasoning could you give to let all those people die?
It's a good question. I don't know, maybe I just really hate the main character because I don't trust the main protagonist enough to help, because he would probably end up squabbling with me, and as a result I'd end up doing more damage than saving people. So I have to wait for him to remove himself from the picture.
Surprisingly coherent.
Yeah. I'm surprisingly a good guy in the end.
Okay, so question 4. The setting is a world where you have been adopted by an adventuring team and trained to death multiple times to bring you up to their level, the strongest adventuring rank of S. In your life, there is now your former co-worker who is a kind and caring receptionist that clearly has your best interest at heart. And travelling with you is a fellow adventurer who wears a classic French maid outfit because she enjoys the aesthetic and appears to care for you deeply if she ever actually showed emotion on her face. Given that their assets seem equally appealing, which of them would you choose?
Why not both?
Correct, sir.
Why not both? I mean,
That's why you gotta pin him down and you say you can only pick one or the other. You can't let him have both.
fine.
I would pick both.
Fine. Yeah, but he's trying to make this hard for me. Okay. If I had to choose between receptionist and hot, sexy elf maid, I think I'd have to go with the receptionist, only because she can actually show and express emotion. Like, I have hard enough time reading women as it is.
At least this way you'd have an excuse with the elf maid then.
What do you mean?
Because if she can't have her expression judged by anybody, then you have the perfect excuse for not being able to read her.
Dear Thaylien, dear Thaylien, I challenge you to present that logic to any woman and not get punched in the face.
Okay, Nasuth.
I hate to say this, but I'm not a woman.
Oh.
This is where he goes, Nick. Let's move on.
Xeno, we both agree that Griffith did nothing wrong, right?
You know what? I've been reading more of the manga, and dear God, it gets so much worse.
Right.
Yes, and
Yes, and
Explain why Griffith did nothing wrong.
oh my God. Well, you see, he realized that the status that he had forged with his comrades in arms, I'm using air quotes there, they had abused their power. You know, they were getting drinks for discounted prices. You know, those poor establishments, they were trying to make a living in things, and you know, and then there was, you know, the nights of debauchery with prostitutes, and they're paying again like minimal fees, and it's just like, you can't do that. They're trying to make a living. So Griffith decided that, you know what, he had to disband the White Hawks. It is the White Hawks, isn't it?
Banner of the Hawk.
Banner of the Hawk. You know, in the most fitting way possible, he liquidated the Banner of the Hawk, literally, and yeah, and it's you know, Griffith did nothing wrong. He was sparing the Kingdom of Midland the tyranny of the Banner of the Hawk. Yep, makes perfect sense.
So, Xeno, Gilly on our way to hell, Made in Abyss starts off as a relatively dark but straightforward adventure story until it suddenly becomes something much more morally difficult. Now, I know you haven't finished Season 2, so we can't really talk about the ethics of murdering your own mother. Instead, explain to me your justifications for creating the cartridges that hold back the curse of the Abyss. How could you?
Oh, you dick. I have to justify them.
You have to justify it.
In reality, aren't we all just pink goo on the inside anyway? God.
Are you saying that a little science never hurt any pink goo?
Oh my God.
Wait, what does Pingu have to do with it?
Oh my God. How morally bankrupt would I have to be? I'd have to be Dio's level of morally bankrupt in order to actually agree with any of this. Oh my God. It's putting jobs in the hands of the less fortunate, Nasuth. It's like, you know, giving there were entire divisions of labor that were left unemployed due to AI. So I gave them work. There's nothing wrong with what I did. Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of new resources you might find down in that lower layer, and somebody's got to get them. And
Yeah.
If it takes a few kids to go down in the mines again, and then we'll just have to pass that bill in Congress.
Yeah. 100%. Makes sense.
Well, with all the questions asked and, well, somehow answered, if you could call those answers, I guess, it's time for us to try and put Xeno's moral example into practice. We should follow his excellent example and do things as morally correct as Xeno has been. I guess that means we'll need to drop kick the next baby we see.
Something like that. God!
So, from all of us on Notice Me, it's time to say goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
What about me though? I'm morally scarred now.